my name is Janet and welcome to 365 Inspired Yoga Classes. Today is day 42 and we will begin an 8-day journey through the chakras or chakras, the energy centers in your body. So today I'm going to give you an overview of what chakras are, and then each day following I'll take you through the 7 major chakras in your body. We're going to start seated on the mat, so come on down to your tush, have a seat, have 2 blocks nearby. So blocks can be used to sit on if it's difficult to sit on your mat. You can set a block beneath your seat. If you feel comfortable sitting down on your mat without a block, awesome. Let's begin with the base of the spine. So the chakras run along the spinal column all the way up and out the crown of the head. And at the base of the spine is Muladhara, your base chakra, and its element is earth, and so we feel ourselves grounded to the earth in this position. In this position, bring your hands to prayer position in front of your heart. Maybe gaze down over your fingertips or close your eyes. And as you pause here, begin to notice how your body is breathing. And let's set an intention here to open ourselves up to receiving some insights about ourselves while studying the energy systems of the body. I ask that you believe that you are more than your thoughts and more than your physical body. You are also energy. And right at the base of the spine, your base chakra, the element of earth, we feel ourselves grounded. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. And then open your mouth wide, let it out. Take one hand, place it low over your belly, and the other one just above your belly button. The lower hand is in the place of Swadhisthana, the second chakra. Its element is water. And right in that element or that area, it's about creativity and the ability to go with the flow. So as you breathe slowly and deeply, you can feel the energy flow. Good. Now the second hand that's placed just above it is right in the space where Manipura, the element of fire, the chakra of power and strength is. While your hand is there, let's take a deep breath in through your nose, fill up. Open your mouth, exhale slowly out and pull the belly in tight at the bottom of the exhale. Feel the power required to do that. Do that again. Inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale. Feel the strength in your abs. Good. Let's bring the hands back to prayer position right in front of the heart. Rub your thumb knuckles right against your breastbone. That's where your physical heart is. And the next chakra, which is Anahata, the heart chakra. And its element is air. Feel your body breathing. Begin to cultivate Ujjayi breathing, slow and deep in and out of your nose. Feeling the expansion and contraction around the space of your heart. It's a significant chakra as it bridges the lower chakras of physical life with the upper chakras of a spiritual existence. With the element of air, let's take our hands and slide them up just enough so your fingertips touch your lips. Your thumb knuckles will now align with your throat chakra, Vishuddha, which is the element of ether. It's lighter than air and it's about communication, the giving and receiving of information. Take your hands and bring them up just a little bit higher until your thumb knuckles connect with the space between your eyebrows slightly above that, and you arrive at Ajna, the third eye chakra. Its element is thought. It's about clairvoyance and inner knowing. And then take your hands and place them at the top of your head where at one time in your life you had a soft spot. And now you've come to Sahasrara, the crown chakra, the 1,000-petaled lotus flower. Take your hands and reach them above you. This chakra is concerned with our connection with divine. Open your eyes, look at your hands, open your fingers wide like the 1,000-petaled lotus flower, opening yourself up to connection with divine. Breathe in. And as you exhale, sweep your arms out wide all the way down to your sides. That's a quick overview. As we work through the next few days, you'll get much more information about each chakra. But for the fun of it and because it represents a wheel, we're going to work our way toward wheel pose today, a great big back bend. Have your props ready. Let's come to tabletop position. As you come to tabletop position, we'll start to warm up our spine with cow and cat stretches. As you inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, lift your tail. As you breathe out, round your spine, chin to chest, cat pose. Inhale, cow pose, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, cat, round it out. 3 more rounds, breathe in, cow, moving with your breath. Breathe out, cat, sealing the lips, breathe in and out of your nose. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. 1 more round, here we go. Breathe in, cow pose, drop the belly, lift the tail, lift the gaze. Breathe out, cat pose. Breathe in to come to a neutral tabletop position and grab your block. So when we get into a back bend, we think of the back bend in cow pose, but we also in wheel and back bends need to stretch the front of the hips and also the shoulders. So let's get to the shoulders as we drop our elbows down onto blocks, which are placed at their lowest, flattest setting, and with enough width between the blocks to place your head. So once your elbows come a little bit forward of your shoulders, most of us need that alignment, you drop your head down between the blocks. This is a version of puppy pose. Bring your palms to touch and your thumbs to touch your spine. Keep breathing here. Puppy pose is like down dog on the knees. It's hard to tell without a mirror or a teacher to tell me, but usually you try to get your hips directly above your knees, but if they're a little bit further back, that's okay. Can you feel your shoulders stretching? And as you drop your heart toward the mat, you can feel a little bit of a back bend there. Please feel free to make any adjustments or even come out of it if it's not working. Or stay with puppy pose just a couple more breaths. Good. Big stretch for the shoulders, right? To come out of it, send your palms forward, lift your head up, come back up onto the palms, set the blocks aside. We'll use those blocks again in our practice today. From tabletop position, curl your toes under, push up and back to down dog, and notice how that shoulder stretch helps you stretch your down dog. Press your heart back toward your thighs and maybe pedal out your legs a little bit, pushing your heels toward the mat. Let your head hang heavy between your arms. Your tail tilts high. Take a few breaths here. Nice and slow, deep and even in and out of your nose. Good. Now let's look forward and walk to forward fold at the top of the mat. Once you come all the way forward, take it into a ragdoll version, feet separated, hip distance, soften your knees, hold opposite elbows, gently sway side to side. Good. Then release your fingertips to the mat, toe heel your feet together to touch, and slowly round all the way upright to standing. Once you come up, breathe in and sweep your arms high overhead. You arrive in mountain, turn your palms in, relax your shoulders down, tuck your tail under, pull your belly up and in. Breathe in to look up at the ceiling and exhale into a back bend. As you move back, try to spread your arms a little bit wider. That'll create more space. Let your head drop back. Inhale brings you back up. Breathe out, forward fold, hands through heart center. With your next inhale, lift halfway, fingers glide up the legs, shoulder blades squeeze together, and you try to shift subtly forward toward the balls of your feet, taking the weight out of the heels and getting a good stretch in the back of the legs. If you're tight there, just soften your knees. Breathe in. As you exhale, plant your palms, step to high plank, the top of the push-up. It's a strong practice today. Make it as strong as you like. You can take it easy by just waiting in down dog. You can work it a little bit harder by coming to the knees for your yoga push-up, or take the full expression of a chaturanga or high to low plank by shifting forward, lower halfway, breathe into up dog. Hold that up dog stretch for a few breaths. Your knees and thighs are off the mat, shoulders roll down and back. We're really working into a bit of a back bend here. Breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here, warming up the body. Maybe pedaling out the legs, bend one knee and then the other. Push the straight leg heel to the mat. Keep breathing. On your next inhale, look forward. As you exhale, walk to forward fold at the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain, come all the way up. Let's flow with the breath. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, come to mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Breathe out, plant your palms and step to plank. Choose your journey, high to low plank or weighted down dog. Take this on or off the knees. Breathe in, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths, inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, look forward. Breathe out, steps forward, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. One more round. Here we go. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, mountain with a back bend. Inhale brings you up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Breathe out, plant your palms, step to high plank, cycle through high to low plank or weighted downward facing dog. Breathe in, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, inhale takes your right leg high. Exhale, bring it through to low lunge. Come down to the left knee. You can keep the back toes curled under. You could pad the knee with a blanket. You could incorporate blocks on either side of the front foot. See if you can bring yourself up. Let's add a back bend here. Breathe in, lift up, and exhale into a back bend. And as you bend back, I want you to push your hips forward. We're getting into the front of the left hip flexor. So that's part of a back bend, is stretching the front of the thigh. Breathe in, and as you exhale, take it a little further back. One more breath here. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale brings you up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Pick up the back knee, and let's get into full crescent lunge. Inhale, woo! So here we are trying to balance, and if you're struggling for balance up here, toe heel your right foot to the right. Another option is to stay on the back knee. If you're up off of the back knee, straighten the back leg, lift the back heel. Square your hips to the front of the mat. Breathe in, breathe out to open up, warrior two. Woo! So as you open up, you simply spin the back foot flat, both arms reach out at shoulder height, and you try to align your right knee over your right ankle. In theory, it's a 90-degree bend in the front knee, but as we build strength, we might be a little bit less deep, and if you're really strong, a little deeper. Good. Breathe in, reverse your warrior. Take your right hand high, left hand down the back thigh, maybe half a bind. Your choice, looking up, deep breath in. Exhale your hands down to the mat. Step back to plank, and flow through high to low plank or weighted downward facing dog. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Second side, inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Come down to the right knee and breathe in to reach your arms high overhead. And as you breathe out, you're gonna press your hips forward, lift your gaze up, really feel the front of your right hip stretching. We're prepping you with this for our full expression wheel pose today. Breathe in and bend a little further as you breathe out. Breathe in, come back up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Pick up the back knee, and inhale brings us up to the full expression of crescent lunge. Dial your right hip forward, left hip back. Lift up the back heel. Square your hips to the mat, front of your mat. Breathe in. Exhale opens you up to warrior two. Check that both arms are stretched out. Yep, shoulders are soft. Engaging your energy through your arms. Breathe in. Lunge deep as you breathe out. Inhale, reverse warrior, left hand high. Gaze up the left hand. Did you do the half bind? If so, take that. One more inhale. Exhale, hands down and step back. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale to up dog. Breathe out to downward facing dog. Let's see if we can make a flow out of this. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Drop the back knee. Inhale, crescent modified. Exhale with a back bend. Breathe in, rise up. Breathe out, hands to the mat. Pick up the front, the back knee. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Breathe in, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands down. Step back and flow through or weighted down dog. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Side two. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Drop the back knee. Inhale, modified crescent. Exhale, take a back bend. Breathe in, rise up. Breathe out, hands to the mat. Pick up the back knee. And inhale brings us up, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, hands down. Step back, high to low plank. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, down dog. One more time, inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, drop the back knee. Inhale, modified crescent. Exhale with a back bend. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to the mat. Pick up the back knee, inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Breathe in, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to the mat. Take it down, high to low plank. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, modified crescent. Exhale, back bend. Breathe in, rise. Exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale, full crescent. crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands down. Step back, high to low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. From down dog, look forward, step through, and have a seat. Woo, that really gets us warmed up, doesn't it? We're gonna use a block for a little bit of core work here and also to get a little deeper stretch, preparing us for our peak posture. So please grab one of your blocks and have it ready. Once you've got it, place it between your knees, squeeze your thighs together, hold on to the back of your knees, roll your shoulders down and back, sit up nice and tall, lean back and lift your feet. Maybe extend your arms, and if you can hold the block and it feels right, maybe lift your legs for 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees, leave the block lower to your back. So leaving the block in place as we do some bridge presses. Whoops, sliding off the front of my mat there, or the back of my mat. So for bridge presses, the block is at its thinnest setting, squeeze between the thighs, really feeling that the base, we're pulling in tight. Keep your gaze up at the ceiling, hands down, right there by your side. As you inhale, I want you to lift the pelvis up. Exhale, lower down, barely even touching. Inhale, brings the hips up. Exhale, back down. Keep it going. How are you breathing? Keep it flowing. Last 3, 2, 1 more. Good. As your back comes to the mat, grab the block. Keep it in your hands as you pull the knees into your chest. Rock a little bit side to side to lengthen out the lower back. Let's do 2 more core abdominal strengthening practices before we stretch. So we're going to take the block up high, we take our legs up high. The block, notice I'm holding it at my thinnest setting. I'm going to exhale as I lift up and put the block between my ankles, and as I inhale, I'm going to open up like a wide V. Exhale brings me up, hand now grabs the block, and inhale, I take that wide V. I'm trying to keep my low back pressed into the mat. Keep it going. If it causes back pain, you can skip it, don't go so far, or bend your knees. Make it work for you. Good job. Keep it going, almost there. All right, next time the block comes to your hand, bend your knees, place the block on top of your knees and rock easy side to side. We'll use our block one more time for core here. Yogi bicycles with a block. So send your left leg out, keep the right knee bent, take the block to the right, and pulse. 3, 2, 1, switch legs, switch side, take the block to the left, right leg extends, and we go 3, 2, 1. Good, let's switch to the right. 3, 2, 1, and over to the left. 3, 2, 1. One more time each side. 3, 2, 1. Center left, 3, 2, 1, good. Laying back down. Whew. Alrighty, so now we're really gonna stretch out the abs a little bit. I'm gonna take the block one slightly higher setting. Lift your hips like you did for bridge, feet are near the seat. Slide the block underneath your sacrum bone, not the lumbar spine, really low, and then extend your legs out at an angle. And what I want you to feel is a stretch through the front of your hips. We're getting pretty close to our peak posture here. I want to really open it up just a little bit more. How's your breath? What are you noticing there? Alrighty, here we go. We're going to bend our knees. Place your feet on the mat beneath your seat. Lift your hips up, loose the block, set it aside. Back lowers to the mat, draw your knees into your chest. Rock easy side to side. Now let's change direction and rock along the spine. Maybe 3 times until you come all the way up to seated. We're going to get our back really opened up here in the next sequence of postures, and then we'll give it a go. We'll try our peak posture wheel pose. So roll over into tabletop position. Adjust your location on the mat. Have one block handy. Shift forward, lower all the way down to your mat. Now once you're there, we'll work a little bit of a flowing cobra sequence to really get into it. We'll take our palms in front of the shoulders, about shoulder width apart or slightly wider. You can zip your legs together. If your low back is tender, separate your feet instead. As you inhale, press into the mat, pushing up as high as you can, even lifting your gaze. Breathe out to lower all the way down. Do that again. Inhale, lift up as high as you comfortably can. Exhale, lower back down. One more time. Breathe in, lift as high as you can. Look up. And exhale, lower all the way down. Resting one of your temples on the mat as your arms relax. Right there by your side. Just breathe. Woo. All right, now grab that one block, one of the two blocks that you have here today, and place it out in front of you. We're gonna try a little Superman play. We're gonna lift the legs, lift the block. If it hurts your low back, lower your legs. I'm gonna take the block over to the side, back behind you, over to the other side, and bring it forward. Good, we're working the strength. Over to the side, back behind you, other side, and forward. One more time. Around, and around, and around, and forward, and then lower down. Relax, opposite cheek on the mat. Just breathe. Guess what? We got to even that up by taking our block the other way. So here we go. We're going to get back into it. Reaching the block forward, lift your legs up. Take your block to the opposite side, back behind you, and around you go. We'll do that 3 times. Holding strong, feeling it. Last round. Woo! Set the block down. Rest your temple on the mat. Rest your arms down by your side. And just breathe. I want to continue to open up the body. We're super close, but we got a little more work to do here. So bring your chin onto the mat, kick your feet into your seat, and grab a hold of your feet. Once you've got the feet, push your feet away from your seat, lift your gaze. Feel the back bend, yowza, really good. One more big breath in, lift. As you breathe out, let it go, relax. Gaze in the opposite direction, arms relaxed by your side. Bring your hands to the mat, push into tabletop position. So as you come to tabletop position, we're going to come to standing on our knees for camel, but add a block to the practice by bringing a block between your thighs like we had it for our bridge press. Your feet can be flat on the mat, or if you're really tight in back bends, toes curl under. Your hands come onto your lower back as you lift up, breathe in, and exhale into a backward bend. Good. Maybe you can reach back and grab your heels. If so, go for it. Try not to drop your block. Press your hips forward. Drop your hip backward. Nice. Slowly bring your hands up to the lower back as you rise up. Take the block out from beneath your thighs, between your thighs. Sit back on your heels and just take a moment to feel your energy. The practice of yoga is one where we connect beyond the physical body. We're definitely feeling that. Beyond the mind, beyond our thoughts. We know that we're much more complex. We're spiritual beings and we are energetic beings. So chakras, or the wheel pose, full wheel pose, represents a really strong posture that requires quite a bit of flexibility, arm strength, and a big back bend. So I'm going to give you some options here. One of them is to hold bridge pose. Then I'll try wheel pose. Try it if you like. Please be careful, especially with your neck. Little to no weight if you come to the head. All right, so I'll do both postures with you. Let's sit down on the mat, bringing the feet out in front of us, and then we're gonna slowly lower to the back. Place your feet close to your seat. We'll set the blocks aside for now, and then begin to lift your hips up into the air. So we did this for our core work today, but maybe now you take your hands underneath your back, really open it up just a little bit more. Lift the hips just a little bit higher. Good. It's important that you keep your gaze neutral, looking up the ceiling. Do not turn your head to the side, please. Take care of your neck. Then release the hands, lower all the way back down, and draw your knees into your chest. If you'd like to try full wheel, you might want to watch it once and think if it's a wise decision for you or not. Please take care of your body. Only do what's best for you. This is an advanced posture, and if it's not happening today, it'll happen in time. Just stay on the mat, keep practicing. So as I come back to that same bridge start point, I'm going to bring my palms onto the mat, close to my shoulders. Notice my fingers are pointed back, so my wrists are turned out. We'll take it one step at a time. Watch the first time. If you don't know the posture, see if you want to try it or not. The next thing I'm going to do is lift my hips like I did in bridge. Then I really connect my palms to the mat and I lift up as best I can. Now if it's not happening today, it's okay. Try it if you like. Tuck your chin to your chest to come out, come to the back of your head. Come all the way down and hug your knees in for a counter stretch. Awesome. Okay, so there's another way you can try this using 2 blocks and a wall. And the way my setup here, I was trying to figure out how I could show this to you. I'm just gonna go for it. Let's see if we can make it make sense, even though the angle's a little bit weird. So I'm gonna take my mat and I'm gonna turn it so that it touches right against the wall, lengthwise. And here you'll be able to see what I'm doing with my blocks. I'm placing them right up against the wall. And remember when we did this little practice where we open the shoulders in puppy pose? It's similar to that in arrangement. So there are my blocks. There's enough room between my blocks for my head. So as I come to lying on my mat, I'm gonna bring my head between the 2 blocks. What I'm doing is I'm making my arms longer and giving my body a little more room in order to lift into wheel pose. My hands go to the blocks. You can kind of see how they're turned funny, and I'm gonna lift my hips up and then lift up. And now my arms are longer, so I get a little better access to the posture. If you want to try that, go ahead and give it a go. Once you've had enough of that, let's meet in down dog. Just move my mat back the other way, and I'll meet you in downward facing dog. So we can wind down. So from tabletop, I'll curl my toes under and push up and back to down dog. From down dog, inhale, your right leg lifts up, and exhale, your right knee next to your right wrist. Left leg slides back. Square your hips, square your shoulders. And then surrender forward. Good work today. This week, we're gonna really understand a little more about our energy body. Know that you are so much more than just your thoughts. You're more than your emotions. You're more than your physical appearance. You're so much more to us, and we're gonna really get into what some of those things are. Let's come back up onto the palms, curl the back toes under, push back to down dog, and let's try the second side. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale the left knee to the left wrist, right leg stretches long behind you. Find yourself surrendering forward when you feel comfortable and ready to let go. What's going on in your life these days? There might be one of the chakras that's slightly forced out of balance by something. Maybe your creativity is blocked, or your heart is hurting, or your thoughts are confusing. And all these things, yoga can help you come into alignment by balancing out the energy centers, the chakras in your body. It's going to be a lot of fun getting into this with you. Let's come back up onto the palms, curl your back toes under, push up and back to down dog. Last dog of the practice. Notice how you feel, stretching it out, breathing deeply. And then look forward and step all the way through and seat on your mat. So as you move through the rest of your day, it might be wise at this point to take a nice long rest in Shavasana. Add any other little stretches your body seems to need as you come to a close. For me, I'm going to leave you here and leave you with an inspirational quote. It comes from Michael J. Tamura, and it's about chakras. Chakras are energy awareness centers. They are the revolving doors of creativity and communication between the spirit and the world. I hope you feel inspired by your practice today. I thank you so much for sharing your time, sharing this practice. Please share with your friends and leave comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Namaste.